No, 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 no. Bom, bom, bom. Why am I like this? Because I'm having a little itty bitty of fun. You know, I'm a little itty bitty fun. Okay, I'm allowed to have a little bitty itty bitty fun. Apparently, we'll get to that in a bit. We'll get to that in a bit. Well, that's just salty. That's just salty, man. I don't know why I just got the what a weird song to get stuck in your head, right? All right, I was gonna turn on a song. That was the plan, Safi. We get to play Skin Rose Soul because take a guess who's back. Take a guess who's back in black, baby. He's not back in black. He's not actually. He's not actually wearing black. Sorry to disappoint you, but Anon's wearing green, like always. Whoa. What the hell is this? Do I want to know? I don't even know how to. Why is this so large? Why is it so large? I can't believe it. Well, you cannot make this up, but the Toei lead English language Common Writer Twitter account that just got made already got taken down because they shared a video of him kicking writer kicking? Or is it him brackets writer kicking a Nazi from a 1971 episode? Holy shit. The man was just giving an honest Roman salute. I don't see what the problem is. I'm gonna share this with some people who lose their fucking mind, man. God damn, this fucking server is so nuts. You know what? You know what a pirate would always say? It's driving me nuts. Yar. Oh, well. So, do I want to get into this? Appoint super administrator to this planet. What? What am I reading here? Why? Why is he drawing all this? All right, I'm just kind of getting into it, you know. What even is this big shit? What am I even looking at? Why? Let's just get to the. I'm giving some time for people to trickle in, you know. I'm giving you some time to trickle in. I'm totally not using this time to post just the most random ass bullshit at some people that I know because it's like, come on, man. I got time, you got time. We all have a little bit, just a little bit of time. We can share. So where am I? I'm like chapter 3-ish in this. So yeah, I want to start the recording before we do that, and I'm not ready to record yet. Now I'm ready to record. This summer, be ready for the action of a lifetime. After a tragedy, a new man is born by the hands of a new hero is born by the hands of a single man. He has the technology. She be better and faster. Half dino, half robot. All what? Man. So apparently you can buy this. There's a website called Lulu that'll apparently sell you like an actual version of this. Which you know, it's got me thinking. My brain does a little tick tock, tick tock. It just drives a man to think, you know. I'm just driven to think, being a man, a fella. So now that we're recording, I forgot that I was recording. I'm very out of it today, so we're gonna keep it to one chapter. I'm like 2-3 chapters in on this, and you know how I complain about you're just wholesale copying chapters? A Tory game does that a couple of times. It at least has the courtesy to understand you can't just wholesale copy shit. But man, this guy is just... Inco is a big, soft, cosmopolitan Pillsbury doughboy. He's a soft little guy, you know. Inco doesn't swear. And I know that's often as like a joke, but Inco doesn't swear. He's a big, soft guy. It's supposed to be the superlative of the situation that he does say that the big adult words. And I don't know how to feel about it so far. It feels weird. I just don't know. Like, he misgenders Fang, and I've always felt like, no, he wouldn't do that. Damien would do that. Damien would do that. Liz might do it. But not Inco. Inco is a soft Pillsbury doughboy. Yes, he wouldn't make that mistake. He's not that stupid about it. Listen, he might not have world's greatest int score, or world's greatest whiz score. He might not be the smartest, brightest soul. But gosh darn it, he tries his best. His flaw is that he is good-natured, but doesn't understand how to direct that productively. He's just kind of screwing around. Well, let's just get going, I guess. No reason to sit around and spitball. I actually don't even want to... It's like, if I read ahead, right, some degree of the magic is gone. I'm like, I kind of know where this is going. And for some reason, this starts off with like a fake twist implication that it never actually sticks the landing on because it's fake. So it's like, I get where you're going for it, it's cute, but like, come on, man. I can buy a physical version, apparently. Supposedly. You got a link up there saying I can. And we're back with Anon. Feels like it's been forever since I've had a good look at this man's face, hasn't it? Anon's just kind of been on the back burner over there, doing his own little thing. Alright. I'm just so out of it today, man. I don't know why. I slept like shit. I had a horrible nightmare. And I'm just tired. I just wanna lay down like Mario and start talking about spaghetti, ravioli, mamma mia. You know. Have simple dreams of simple things. Let's get going. It's a slow process to awaken this morning. The mental fog clings to me, wrapping my grey matter in a weighted blanket. A blanket that is minus the fucking warmth. Isn't the West Coast supposed to be temperate the whole year round? Yes, it's Mediterranean. Instead, I find myself in a fetal position what barely constitutes a mattress, covered in every single item of clothing and the few thin blankets I brought with me from rock bottom. I don't know what to tell you, Anon. Maybe you should, like... honestly, how did it get this cold in your house? How did it get this cold? What did you do? Slowly clawing at the side table for my refuge, I grasp at my phone, fumbling it about 8 times before swiping it and checking the time. Great. 2 minutes before my alarm. Days begins to creep back in, but I'm already up at this point, so I may as well get started. Time hangs in in a free fall of seconds, getting like minutes before the digital klaxon sounds and my whole body propels itself into a twisting death roll. Flinging not only myself, but also every item covering me on the floor. Sickening. Why would it be sickening? Are you a sick man? Like how flabby are you that you hit the ground and it's a sickening thud of flesh instead of bone? Also, isn't he implied to be like skinny? Wouldn't it be bone? Honestly, the description of meat-wrapped bone sounds worse than this, actually. On the floor booms throughout the apartment below me. Some yappy little shit of a dog howling incessantly at the rude awakening. Me too, bud. Dragging myself to my feet, I fall into what is most likely to become my routine for the rest of the school year. Get up, pull on green shirt, 1 out of 54. Balked by a memory I'm poor, but it's my styles too laughable. Get breakfast in the form of a cheap, almost expired bag of Little Dino powdered donuts, procured from the nearest gas station, dollar rack. Why does this feel like... This feels like one of those sentences I write, and it's like the sentence should keep going after this. This is an interruption, but it doesn't. They taste more like mothballs, but the quick hit of powdered sugar on the tongue is helping dispel that ever-present miasma that seeped into my brain. What miasma? Are you sick or not, Anon? You sound like you need to see a doctor. Talking of miasma, mental fog, sickening thuds of flesh, awake but tired. See a doctor, sir. Quick run through the final checks before the morning commute. Phone for shitposting, check. Backpack for nerd shit, check. I really do feel like you should cut this short. Like, this part, get rid of that. Just phone for shitposting. Backpack for nerd shit. Switchblade for self, because it's the one that doesn't. It's the one that breaks the flow, and it's the first one. And switchblade for self. Wait, where's my knife? Who even gave you a knife, Anon? Who gave you this knife? I'm gonna run after him, saying no. Miasma, the spell from the hit video game Dragon's Dogma. I'm slowly shaking my head at this poor man. God, these chats are going nuts. Placing a hand on my ball. Okay, listen. I get it, right? Everyone's forehead is bald, you dumbass! I know that you're trying to describe that Anon is bald, but just... Like, come on, man. The foreheads are, like, at most have eyebrows. And no one points those out when they talk about their forehead, because they're considered the delineation. I suddenly notice just how out of place I feel. I haven't even checked outside yet, but all this feels ever so slightly off. That lapdog's tantrum from earlier. I expected a big-ass shitball or some other man-eater, followed by the screaming of the owner like in a place like Skin Row. Slowly unlocking the singular lock on my door, I hesitate to turn the handle. Wait, where? So, the big problem I have with this, right, with this whole, like, let's do a fake out, is... Instead of Anon actually reflecting on where he is and what he's doing, we get all this fucking random bullshit that's like, man, this isn't Snoot game. And I'm like, bitch, establish your fucking setting first. Forcing myself through the threshold, my eyes are assailed by the morning rays. But as they adjust, I'm left at a pretty big fucking loss, to be honest. Peering over the balcony and surveying my... You have a fucking balcony? I thought you were opening the door. Are you talking about the walkway? Are you talking about the exterior walkway of an apartment complex? Because that's not a balcony. I realize I'm not in Skin Row. Instead of crackhead-riddled streets ripe for trash and graffiti. I met with cleanly trimmed lawns sprawling from my apartment complex into the surrounding suburbs. Kids, middle schoolers maybe, walking jovially in small groups here and there. Elder Saurians power-walking their way to diners, enjoying responsibility-free retirement. Blindly locking the door behind me, I begin my walk, still amazed at the unexpected locale. There we go. But, like, Anon's connection to Skid Row has always felt to me like he's there because he has to be there. He does not have any prior connections to it. Like, he's new to, you know... Unless Skid Row's this universal thing, I don't... What is this? What? Oh. Oh, that's fucking great. Thanks. Jesus. Why? Here, let's big dork. I love that emote. Alright, Anon. Retrace your steps. How did I get here? This is... Listen, there's a reason why when I do bold I also do italics, because bolts are a little hard to see in the default CSS. This is Caldera Bluffs based on the signage here and there, but it's like it was flipped on its axis. Okay, first thing. I was forced to switching schools. Parents, my old man, used to pawn me off somewhere far away at some expense to him. Don't you mean at some like, this feels like it needs emphasis. Because it's not a small expense. Wait, how did it go in Japan Barrick Industries again? God damn it. All I know is that the falling of concrete is a danger to world peace. That's all I know. Japan Barrick Industries. Hold up, I need to find it. Listen, you don't understand. There it is. Hold up. Dun dun da 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 da. It's at low exu pence, and I just need to find the line, okay? You don't understand. Why is this translated that way? Hold up. I'm doing important work without a... God damn it. The building cannot take it for very much more. Oh. There we go. There it is. For a low expense. Or expense, because they're hamming it up. It's such a doofy little song. Okay. Parents, that meaning just my old man, used it to pawn me off somewhere far away at some expense to him. Call it a sacrifice for his only progeny. Yeah, right. And we'll be heading from the #1 flyover destination of rock bottom to Dinophoria. One's a city, one's a state, and on apples and oranges, buddy. But they're both fruit. Shut up. I'd have to be across the country. Hell if I know. But now that I'm here, what then? The streets are so quiet as I walk in the misty morning. Even the colder night is quickly giving way to a radiant morning that makes my choice of clothing almost optimal. It wouldn't be me if it all went well. Going where, actually? My feet carry me forward, even as I struggle to piece together my immediate past and planned future. Man, I got a big problem with my tummy. So hold on. It's just as if an instinctual part of me already knows. I'm headed for the monorail. Huh, that's neat. Nothing like that in Rock Bottom. The monorail? You know, they told me that a monorail puts your town on the map. Just barely functioning bus routes, and maybe a loose fleet of cabs. You mean Ubers, my man. There are no cabs. There are only Ubers, and they all suck. Maybe there's like one nice guy in your area, and you never get him. I'm getting stares here and there from passing Saurians. Most are polite enough to wave, forcing me to awkwardly reciprocate. The, dinos here seem a lot more exotic than I expected, though. Damn, maybe I was in a bubble back home. I don't know about that. I didn't know Saurians could be so varied. The general of anthropoid Saurian I was used to comprised only 1/3 of the denizens here. A lot more were even massive in stature, or absolutely tiny, or had a defining trait or appendage that made it clear they weren't just a bunch of humans dressed as lizards. I like those weirdos on that one Canadian dev forum. I really reamed those guys over that last project. You mean latest project? Can't even remember what it was now, but it was a good time. I pointed this out before, and I do really feel like the engine in fucking Goodbye Volcano High just kills that game, man. Like, I don't know what to fucking tell you. That engine does not handle those dinosaurs as well as it should for what... Like, seriously, the engine, the insistence on it looking like a fucking TV show is what made that game just so much worse than it needed to be. I wonder if that's why that one guy left. I imagine someone left realizing, hey, our requirements and our budget, like everything together, we can't actually make this project work. And if no one said that, hey, I'm available for hire, I can tell you you're fucking stupid any day of the week. You probably are. Before I can even take stock of my surroundings again, I'm suddenly all too aware of the claustrophobic proximity and dizzying inertia of the monorail. I like how we just teleported onto it. It really helps establish that disconnection, that mental fugue state. And I mean that seriously. It's a great way to establish that. Didn't Los Angeles become the most expensive town to live in on statistics? Possible. I mean, it's a fucking hellscape. What do you want? At some point, I'd pull out my phone again and start checking the usual forums. Nothing really good at this hour in the States, and the Eurococks are only so much fun to mock on any given day. Yeah, because half of them don't even speak your language that well, so it's like, yeah, man, my jokes aren't even landing. Oh, whatever. I'll settle for some generic race baiting. Derogatorily calling some random trait medial dodgy behavior. Yeah, you can probably find something good on Twitstagram to put up there, and be like, ugh, Meteor Dodgers, am I right, gamers? And you'll get those cheap clicks. You lazy bastard. Your cheap thrills. Doesn't help that they went cheap. Do I have to bring up concrete scraping? MP3 walk cycles. What does that mean? That they didn't take proper steps? That it looked like they were dragging their feet? Like in Snoot game, yeah, because they're just sliding the art around, but that's because the engine isn't built to do anything else. Hell, you could just animate them to kind of bounce as they move, but who fucking cares, right? It's mostly about people standing around talking. And again, Goodbye Volcano barely uses the animation of the engine to do anything too interesting. Characters barely touch each other because clearly that's like a thing you have to work around. To the point that the few actual interactions like that are pre-baked in images. It's terrible. It's like, why did you do this? These are friends, and they like hugging. So why did you pick an engine where you can't hug? You dumbs. I don't know. I'm really feeling it, and I doubt whatever seeds I can get before class will really lift me out of this funk. The literal sliding. Ouch. Ouch. Penny for your thoughts. Oh, we're having Ferris earlier, I forgot that. A deep voice rattles through my body. Looking up, I see a towering white whale with a fine mustache spread across this inquisitive pucker. I just want to say that, like, we are taking a long-ass time to establish the main characters and the main conflict. Just in general, I prefer it when we get right into it and I know what we're aiming for, you know? I like to know the long-distance phone call I'm about to make. Come on. Honestly, sir, I don't know where I'm going. I think I'm going to school, but I might just skip class. The whale's brow turns up in a look of sympathy. Well, sometimes it certainly seems that way. Why, I remember when I was your age, the whole world, my oyster, and infinite span of possibilities lay before me. He closes his eyes and shakes his head. Certainly you aren't giving yourself enough credit. My boy! No, I mean, like, I don't know where I'm... Oh, come on, Anon. I mean, like, I don't know where I'm heading right now. A twinge of embarrassment forces me to follow up. Like, I'm going to school and all, but, something's off all morning, and this is my first day. Does this line go to Volcano High? I forget his voice. Every time I do Spears or this guy, it's like I forget what Anon is. It's magical. I mean, admittedly, the voices aren't that distinct, so who fucking cares, but... I'm bothered by it, and I'm talking. I'm talker... What is this? What is this cute... That's cute stickers. I want those. I'm stealing them. There we go. No, I mean, like, I don't know where I'm headed right... Okay. His brow furrows, only deepening as I continue. Though his worry for my mental state seemed to abate. Abate? Anon, you're not that fancy. You're a pretentious little douchebag. Okay, no, hi. No, it does not. Aside from school jurisdictions, I'm afraid they're quite full up this year. Oh, shit. Yeah, that clears... that clears a bit of the fog away, I guess. I seem to remember that almost completely dashing my hopes of escape before. I would like to point out, Anon, didn't you just mention that your dad sent you across the country? So, like, weren't you open to options at this point? Like, Inco specifically wants to go to a certain school. Yours is, like, entirely coincidental. Man, what's up with my stomach? It's having a brawl. It's like, oh, come on, Safi, put up them dukes. How the Proto-Trans-New Guinea word for banana traveled to East Africa. Banana. So-called free thinkers when presented with a ball pit. What? 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 Why is everyone jumping in the ball pit? Why is everyone jumping in the ball pit? Why are people... Why do I get the weirdest updates at times like these? I don't want to think about the ball pit. Hold up. Hold up. What's this? They unironically made it about the evil Americans invading out and killing the poor innocent demons, and Green Day starts playing. What? What? I don't know a lot about DMC, but it seems... What? I don't even know what's going on right now. This is the problem with getting distracted while you're in the middle of something. I mean, I barely remember Volcano High now that I think about it. What is going on here? I honestly don't know what to tell you, but I know someone who has, like, the weirdest fucking thing that they do. You know, some people will, like, spend hours writing fanfiction. Imagine someone, but instead they write, like, day schedules for fictional characters. They're like, man, you know, today, planned in a perfect day, just our piece. And I'm like, okay, buddy, sure thing. I get the appeal, but, like, can you at least be creepy and do it to real people? That's interesting, you know? Now it's just, like, weird, mundane, and you're killing the weird and the mundane vibes at once. Would you perchance be Anon? It's Anon in the house. Yes, yes. Anon Moose. I correct without correcting. Oh, you say Anon too? Anal Moose. He takes my hand and is proven once again this is not human territory as he practically liquefies the phalanges with a sturdy shake. You don't know what a phalange is, my man. You do not. Good to meet you. I'm your school district superintendent, Mr. Ferris. I did seem to remember a unique transfer to the school this year. Post-racial school, and it won't just say human. Actually, in a post-racial world, you would say human. I've heard, like, in some areas, people are like, listen, stop making a big fucking deal. If you're pointing someone to a certain type of person and he has a certain type of skin, you just call it the fuck out, man. I suddenly scrunch my hand to reposition the bones and tendons. It's actually starting to come back. I guess I'm enrolled at St. Hammond, isn't it? Not really much of, you know, not much of a Catholic. Actually, it's Protestant. What? God, I love that he didn't do any research. He's just like, I guess I'm in school now. Why was Volcano High so good for you then, buddy? Well, even over the din of the metro, Mr. Ferris catches my mumbled comment and laughs. Well, that's certainly no requirement. Not for School of the Arts, though I can see why you would make the mistake. That being said, you seem to be out of it more than a bad day could explain. What brought you to us in your senior year, Mr. Moose? Dodge! Welcome to the hit TV show, Dodge the Question! In this beautiful show, we will present these contestants with the most awkward questions in the world, and they must avoid them successfully. Now, of course, it's quite common for people to be confronted by their mother, but we got some twists for you today. We got a dad and an uncle. And you wouldn't believe this one. The boss that stole $1,500 from her salary. And ooh, it's gotta be a good one tonight. One error noticed. Excuse me? I make no errors. I'm perfect. I'm flawless. God himself looks over at my table and goes, I wish I had answers that perfect. I'm such a loser. And then he cries, and I give him a pat in the back because I'm just that cool. And God starts clapping. Everyone starts clapping. It's all clapping. All the way down. The lowest layers of hell know to clap for me. Anon doesn't know, he mumbles on like the... Yeah! The thing is, I'm used to so many fics where the mumbles get integrated differently that I wasn't paying attention, but yeah, Anon was really not even cognizant of that fact. He did not know. I mean, like, I get it, right? If the mumbles aren't a cute... They were kind of used as a device at a certain point, so the revelation to us meant something. If he's gonna keep that element, it's like, come on, man. On the other hand, this is a fic made for people who've read the original stories and thus would be aware of those things, so it's like, why keep it a secret? But I don't know, it gives rereads a little extra charm. That's the complication with writing stuff like this. There, I wrote a little pun. Oh wait. A number of things, but I'm more interested in the name of the school, Mr. Superintendent. Mr. Super Nintendo Chalmers. So, parried. There are some bigger problems with Anon we get later down the line that I actually legitimately don't know how to feel. Also, they ham Anon up. They make him a bit more of an asshole, and I get it. It gives him more space to grow, but we already have Liv providing a similar energy of being a little shitposter, so you could probably tone him down and he'd be fine. Hell, wouldn't it be kind of fun if Olivia was too much of a shitposter for him and he kind of had friction with that? That'd be interesting, right? They could do something with that. I don't know. Just kind of saying. Might be a story there. Hello. I'm waving my hands. Hello. It's comforting yet probing gaze. How is it comforting yet probing? That's a very specific set of emotions to combine. Shifts into one of beaming pride. Ah, that's quite a story. Also requires the context of some time before your birth. In the late 80s, when was Jurassic Park again? I remember looking it up. An engaging storyteller, Mr. Ferris is not. He spends the rest of the ride in detailed explanation, doubling back numerous times for even further back historical context and activist causes. I'm sure never did anything for anyone. Shut the fuck up, Anon. You are benefiting from so many of those jackasses from olden days. Don't even pretend that history was made just because of... Whew. Also, it's the 80s, and I don't know what to tell you, man. If you go before the 80s and you're talking in U.S. history, you might want to chill it on the, like, no politics thing, buddy. You're not going to a period of time that was apolitical. Like, oh, spicy. I'm not touching that. I barely know what's going on, and every time someone talks about, like, oh, you mean the 60s? You mean that decade? Like, no, it's also that decade. Okay. But it's also it's also that decade. Yeah, it's like 4 different decades rolled up into one. What the fuck is going on with your country, man? You have like 4 different decades happening in one decade? Where do you find the time? Jesus. That being said, I imagine that Mr. Ferris is not a good storyteller. But eventually the also, for a guy who talks about activist causes, you're riding a fucking monorail, which was, as we all know, made by the fantastic... I forgot what his name was. The guy from Simpsons. Fuck. Did that guy even have a name? Wasn't the LA riots in the 80s? Oh, fuck. I don't even know what the LA riots are. Thank you for making the Jesus Christ. So what happened in the 80s, Safi? Well, I know everything happened. Oh, apparently it was the 19... oh, no. It was 1992? 1992. These riots happened the year before Doom was released. Jesus. I'm losing my goddamn mind, man. Doom released a year after this. Doom. Will it be peak? Like, I've mostly been frustrated by some decisions, but all in all, like, how do I put this, right? I don't like it too much, but on the level of fix, it's, you know, Inco noted, Punch Drunk Gator, it's clearly trying to do something, and it's setting it out, and the writing style is at least a bit more interesting. I might not agree with it, but fuck, if it's not at least doing something, you know? At least the clown is doing more than just doing stand-up. Nice pie in the face. Always great. LA was playing an alternate violence before Doom. When was Black Wall Street? Ugh, when was Black Wall Street? The Tulsa Race Massacre? Oh, that's 1920. Where did it go? There it is. Man, 1920 times were weird. Oh, there's also the Tulsa outrage. for the mass shooting that occurred 101 years later. Man, what is up with Tulsa? It's the same Tulsa? It's the same Tulsa. Jesus. American history is fucked up, I tell you. Fucked up. I don't want to hear shit from you Americans. You're like, no, it wasn't that bad. I'm like, read a book? I'm not even American, and every time I read about your history, it's either like cutesy 1950s ads, or it's like, during that same period, Americans were also grinding orphans into lead because they needed to reclaim the lead from the car fumes. And I'm like, okay, gotcha. Sure. Can't you just find lead in the ground? And it's like, well, technically yes, but it's actually cheaper. 1 cent to the gallon. Gallon? It's lead! Well, if you take the lead out of a child's blood, you get it in gallons. Why not a hogshead? Hogshead is a perfectly valid way of measuring fluids. How much is a hogshead? How much is a hogshead? I need to know now. Nobody knows. Fuck. A hogshead in Britain contains about 300 liters. Or about 80 gallons. That's a lot of lead. I mean, people say that, but like, orphan blood really only had so much lead in it. Like, sure, they breathed in a lot of lead fumes, but it wasn't that much. Kind of disappointing, actually. There are ale gallons and beer gallons and ale gallons and beer gallons and ale gallons and imperial gallons. Why are there so many fucking gallons? What the hell is a cylinder kiln? What is a Jesus, I'm learning too much about units today. I'm reaching my limit. I'm reaching my limit. Why is the English-speaking world like this? Why can't it just sit still for 5 seconds? If it's not causing human tragedies, it's like, let's invent another system of units. Which one is it this time? Well, you know about bushels of wheat, right? You mean sheaves of wheat. No, bushels. You mean sheaths. There are sheaves. No, it's bushels. And then I just go, oh. Have you tried a peck? I don't want to know about pecks. Do you know how long a furlong is? God damn it. If you want to know about funny ones, let's talk about this. An ox gang, which is 15 acres, is made out of strips 4 rods long and a furlong long. Well, 4 rods wide. A viragate is 30 acres, made up of 2 ox gangs, and a kurukate, that's Japanese, curicate, is 8 of them. These fucking metric units, man. You're all fired. I don't want to know about it. The present day of furlong. There are signs with furlongs on them? Myanmar. Oh, God damn it. Yeah, the small units are also pretty cool. Mostly because I just like it when units are itty bitty. Listen, if someone walks up to me, right, and is like, here's a thwip. How long is a thwip? Oh. Oof. It's 1/1440th of an inch. Also known as 17.64 micrometers. Is defined as 1/20th of a topographical point. What? I don't... Are we ever finishing this? Or am I ever going to finish reading this if all I get to get is distracted by cute little points? God damn it. Safi sitting in class trying to learn about science, looks over his shoulder, sees the cute unit in the corner, being all shy. Oh. I can't. A moment is defined as 90 seconds. Alright. In any case, to make a long story short... Raptor Jesus, why didn't he start that way? It is only fitting that the School of the Arts, with such unique heritage, be named after St. Hammond himself. Although the school is considered secular in its curriculum, isn't that a requirement of most schools? How would Anon get into a religious school? Anon, are you even registered with your church in a way that can you just get into one? I imagine it would have to be registered with a church, or they'd be like, "Motherfucker, you don't even give good old JC the thumbs up." You know? Have you ever had a little guy finger paint on your forehead on that ash day? Do you even praise Vivek when you go to the toilet? Wow, I cough. After not speaking since I asked the ill-fated question. That was, certainly an interesting yarn you spun, Mr. Ferris. I'm glad you thought so. It was nice to meet you, young man. And I look forward to seeing you on subsequent commutes, though most certainly not all of them. I do hope you enjoy our fine school and all it has to offer. If you ever need anything, know that our faculty is here to help. Oh, you haven't even got to the point where they explain how Anon is paying for lunch. If he does. Who's buying lunch? Inco bought lunch and Inco is gone. How is Olivia feeding herself? Is she just starving at lunch now? Oh, Anon, you fool. Anyway. Right. I'm sure I will. Thank you, Mr. Ferris. I have to poke a face to avoid a sneer creeping in. Yeah, right. I'm sure the faculty will be just as blind and uncaring as my old one. Art school or not, there will always be bad actors and careless teachers to enable them. As he bids me farewell, we're already at the campus and he splits away from the main entrance to follow up on whatever reason the superintendent goes to school. Shit. Maybe something did happen here like he did at Rock Bottom and I got a response. Well, I can always ask later when I see him on the metro again. Alright. Now, we all know that what a Super Nintendo really gets up to is being overpriced on the Nintendo eShop. The campus looks like a college, replete with a mural. What does replete even mean? Like, it's a word I know how to use, but I don't know what it means, you know. It's one of those words that's in my lexicon, fitting or well supplied with something. There you go. I'd love to be replete with words. With murals and artistic design adorning everywhere the eye can see. I don't know much about art outside of tasteful frog edits, but it's pretty cool, I suppose. I mean, I most certainly have the overwhelming feeling that the painters have long since devolved into burnout losers who couldn't get a job if it only involved existing. But they're pretty enough. In any case, time to settle into my plan, become one with the walls, and coast through whatever's left of my school career. Why would there be an infinitive? I guess it's because he's still doing it. Walking through the halls, I keep my head down away from the majority of students. I got earlier than expected. Still have an hour until my first class starts. I keep to myself, exploring the halls with the fewest number of students, never making eye contact, just surveying the scenery. Are you enjoying the view? Numerous halls have open roof designs. I guess you can do that in a place like Dinofornia. But I still wonder how they prevent the halls from getting doused when even when it sprinkles. Vines sprouting freely from almost every wall. And you'd think that they were decoration. I did, until I saw a Brachiosaur bowl over another student yelling about how she makes breakfast before chomping down. Somehow I doubt I'd be so lucky as to get a free meal here. In fact, the more I see, the more amazed I am this place was an option. No way my old man paid top dollar, and I'm definitely expected to subsist at the bare minimum in the way of housing and monthly allowance, but I guess that's a testament to the commie principles that keep this place afloat. I assure you, Anon, that if you're in America, you ain't nowhere near the commies. And anything that looks commie is almost certainly just pretense. Like, everyone complains about the whole cancer thing, and it's just silly in how it's implemented. In real communism, everything is great. All the flaws go away. Humans lose their greed. Everything is just fine. That's how you know it's not communism, because if it was communism, you wouldn't be complaining. No real Scotsman would ever leave a man live after a brawl, as they say. And if you are incapable of understanding what that meant, or that it was not meant seriously, come on, man. You're not going to survive these streams. I stopped my aimless wandering eyes fixated on a nearby corkboard. I furrow my brow as my eyes run over the text over and over again. Why did you write it like that? Just say read the same text over. A chess club meeting, September 8th after school. I shake my head. Guess that's why it felt so off. Why everything felt so off. I don't think I've been in a good place since last school year. This entire morning, maybe all summer, been in a delusional haze. It's all a fleeting memory now. Monochromatic feathers in myriad of half memories. A school, a year, joy. Like, why are we hinting at this? Like, if you just dropped it and never. Why are you bringing this up now? Just one time, though. This confuses your readers for what? Like a quick gag? You've already made the gag. I rub my eyes hard enough to leave black swirls lingering after I remove my hand. At my power level revealed just before summer last year. Spent the rest of the school year and all summer in a haze, begging my parents to just help for fucking once. Only one solution in that. Yeah, isn't that yeah, Todd Howard. Jam, that's a fair. Yeah. I guess they didn't have to spare any expense. Guess it was the last one they'd make for me. Whatever fancy my mind that occupied itself with is gone. I feel like whatever fancy my mind that occupied itself with was gone. There should be a linking word there. Like, and I feel I should cry. Or now I feel. But really, I just feel empty. Yeah, there really should be like a setup word, because those are two sentences and they're just not connected. That's a semicolon situation, my man. Maybe this is a good thing. There gotta be people out here a million times weirder than me. And I'm not in constant danger of being shanked or robbed on my morning commute like I first thought. Besides, who'd take enough interest in some bald skinny to ruin my planned hermitage? Oh, what a great word. Hermitage. A small, forlorn smile graces my lips. Get some chapstick. I feel like whatever delusion I made up it was happy. Idyllically so. Elysian in nature. Utopian mind. But this wasn't so bad, and at least I'm not some lone loser talking to imaginary people in my head. I can't just talk to normal people in real life. Oh wait, I just can't talk to normal people in real life. It's an upgrade, kinda. Alright, I think I'm gonna go and, Can I go to the bathroom, actually? And then we'll be going over this. A little splash of water in my face to clear out the dumb. So I'll be back in a moment. I'm full of soup. Not really. Man, could you imagine being full of soup? Let's get back to busyness, as they say. You really shouldn't be removing those, you know. Someone says behind me. Snapping from my ruminations, I see that I'd absent-mindedly taken the chess poster, tearing it clearly from the push pin. Yeah, sorry. I quickly pin it back in place after a brief fumble before turning around. Why do you say you clumsily pin it back? Because you're clearly not doing it quickly. And saying you're doing it clumsily kind of leaves, I don't know. Or at least remove quickly. Because quickly and the brief fumble kind of clash in a weird way. He's not blue-skinned, he's scaled. A blue-scaled, brown-haired, parasol boy. He's a man, he's an adult, with sharp clothes and a disarming demeanor holds his hand out to... He said one line to you. Are you gay, Anon? Are you gonna make out? Are you gonna start smooching? Are you gonna kiss him? Are you gonna kiss him on the lips? Are you gonna give him a warm, brotherly hug that's totally just brotherly? Are you gonna be sitting by the warm candlelight on a cold winter's night? I'm just saying, Anon. I'm just saying. You think his demeanor is so disarming. I'm just saying. Make him a kiss. Make him a little kiss. Just give him a little kiss. It's alright. I'm certain the chess club would be happy to have you. Ben. He adjusts his glasses to get a better look at me. Oh, my Anon. God damn it, I wanted to be too stupid. I'm writing a joke. Well, I don't know if I'd join. Don't ever mind for that kind of stuff. Just sort of wasn't thinking when I took it down. I take his hands and I'm thankful that I won't have to reset the bones this time. Anon. In any case, I am sure that you will find the next curricula to your liking. Yeah, likely not. Shitposting is the only extracurricular I need. You are the new student I heard about. We are happy to have you here at St. Hammond. What brings you to our school? That Shaw's probably never noticed. Who? Homestead? It's really such a normie conversation point that everyone will ask me. Well, yeah, Anon. Because you kind of moved out of the middle of fucking nowhere. People don't just show up in senior year. You bingus? Well, you know... Of course, I should have realized. Sorry, but there have been a few transfers due to volcano highs and high occupancy. But I shouldn't have guessed that was the case. What part of the art program are you looking forward to the most? Oh. I like how he leaves it open. Megamind's... Is it? Is it? No, it's not. I mean, it's close. I'll give it that much, but the sweater is off. This fucking look, though. Maybe I'm just finding the wrong one. That's also possible. Like I'm just doing a surface level googling. Oh god, that's the Skittles game. Oh fuck, I just remembered. Oh boy. Snake-like creatures, but no actual snakes. Ooh. I'm hit with the heavy stuff today. Okay. I look to the hand at the side, clutching what I'm 90% sure is a camera bag. Shooting? He frowns. Okay, 76% sure. Oh, You mean photography? His face brightens up. Shit, now I gotta figure out a subject he knows. Play it safe, Anon. You didn't think this through, did you, buddy? Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if it's my primary art. You know, I've often been referred to as artistic before. Seriously? Why can't I keep my spaghetti in my pockets for more than 3 sentences? Well, that is certainly a boon at this school. Well, thank God he didn't get the meme. I mean, I didn't get it either. I didn't get it either. You can't know every meme, you know. Are you in Mr. Yadakan's AP photography class? Why are you saying AP? Just say his photography class. There's probably only one. I think so. I pull out my hand-scrolled schedule, which Ben all too quickly snatches up to absorb. Come on, man, I'm not interested in vor. Unfortunately, I've been far too focused on staying cool and been too engrossed in deciphering his chicken scratch. Because only the hallway commotion at the last second. Suddenly, there's a purple-green blur slicing through the growing crowd, headed straight for... What growing crowd? Can't just establish there's a crowd that's growing. Now, I'm not the most agile guy in the best of circumstances. So, of course, instead of simply sidestepping the incoming danger, I've flubbed it as hard as possible, tripping over my own feet into the nearby display case, and then having both feet run over what feels like the weight of a truck balanced on a pillar. How the fuck does Olivia not crash? How does Olivia not crash after this? Both of your feet? Are they that squishy? You shooting? What? Oh, you mean photography. I mean, it's America, you know. I've been told that school shootings are a bit of a pastime over there. You know, I've kind of been thinking about it. Do you think I should go for an AR? I kind of feel like an AK guy myself. I heard that if you call the right people, you can get some heat rounds. Will result in some lovely splatter. I was thinking I'd take 2 hostages in that hallway, you know, just really liven it up for the crime scene investigators. I don't know, Anon, but however, I have some tips for you. See, the fire escape over there can be locked down if you put a little magnet on it. It would make it far easier to crowd and corral the people when they are panicking. See, Ben, that's how we're gonna make this a shooting to remember. See, now that's an irreverent version of anyone. Oh. The curse rings out, drawing all attention. Then an immediate slam into the glass. What glass? You didn't establish that fucking case. You were standing next to a pinboard, man! Did they start walking? So he's next to a pinboard and he just magically manifests in front of some glass? Huh. Okay, drawing all attention. Then an immediate slam into the glass, followed by a sickening squelch as whatever that was. Undoubtedly some air from my feet. Then all eyes are on me splayed out on the floor. You fell on the ground like a loser. But I'm only searching for what the hell just happened. Head swing back and forth. I don't know what the fuck just happened. Like, this is very unclear writing. Hold up. Okay, curse ranks out, draw all attention, immediate slam into the glass, followed by sickening squelch, whatever that was, undoubtedly some air got off some air off my feet. Did you mean you jumped? Where did you fall down? You're just down there all of a sudden. I don't even... there's an order of operations here, and I can't decipher it. Ben crouches down to say something, but my shocked ears just can't hear it. I realize whatever gremlin just took me out is long gone. So I just lay my head out onto the floor. I still can't hear Ben, though he's now taking stock of the case I just collided with, seemingly content with the lack of damage my fleshy body did or didn't do. Hey, Anon, I'm sorry for her, but she didn't necessarily mean it. Just a casualty. I'm not really registering his words, but I can hear him now that my ears have stopped ringing. When did they start ringing? My eyes are fixed high into the case now. There's a painting at its center. Artism aside, I can't string together the words for why I drew my eye, but it certainly was pretty. Anon does not have artistic appreciation. He only likes the music because Fang is cute. Just to vigorously make out. Oh. It's a cityscape. Maybe full caldera? Well, I haven't really seen enough of it in the pictures to tell otherwise. But it was bathed in the autumn colors of sunset. Maybe it was impressionist. Maybe I'm acting like I know what that means from one of my Moldavian brush technique forms. Either way, the effect was dreamy. Like a projection on a cloud, just enough details to see the fine attention of the artist's eye without compromising the wistful feeling it gives you. A river lazily snakes across the lower half, reflecting everything back up. Anyways, Ben's hand is in my face now, so decided to take it. It's enough faking painting discourse for one school year. Honestly, it would have been funnier if the case broke and you get a free glass shard acupuncture. Well, knowing Anon, it should have happened. Although Inco is the chubby one. Or at least it gives me a chubby impression. Thanks. Is that a daily occurrence? Whatever that was. You could say that. Though it was on some days than others. That is, the middle of the hall is usually back. Staying out at the middle of the halls is usually best practice. Several blunders aside, no one is looking anymore. I guess that could have been a nightmare scenario, but because it wasn't, I'll just live and let live. Fuck whoever that was, though. In any case, it seems that with Ayarakan, though you haven't also for AP Art. I would give you a tour of the school, but we are cutting close. Good luck in your first period. Gee, thanks. Wait, good luck for what? He's already off on the opposite end of the hall with just giving me a wave. Good. No need for a tour anyway. Thankfully, it doesn't seem like I'm special enough for a welcoming committee. What a weird call-out. Man put all of his points into endurance and won. That's a shit build, my man. You want that luck for the funniest situations. Hold up. Hold up. Alright. Well, since it's almost time for first period, I begin making my way to the gymnasium. Shit. Surprisingly, the shut-in shitposter is not physically fit. One changing montage later, and the whole class stands at the ready as the missing link walks in. Should have uppercased that or something, because it feels more like you're just calling him the teacher. Seriously, I'm about ready to bust out laughing. The senior prank isn't supposed to be... How would you know, Anon? Oh, it's because he was probably the victim of the last few. I bet his whole fucking reveal was the senior prank of that year. Attention, maggots! An apish... Is that without knee? It is without knee. Well, the more you know. The apish figure screams before bellowing his whistle with max lung capacity. He's covered in a thick layer of hair across most of his body. As much as it calls into question his humanity, it certainly rules him out as a saurian. Everyone else gets with the program, snapping to attention. Most are falling into a parade rest, I think it's called. What? You missed one of your interruption dashes there, buddy. The pose with the hands folded behind the back. I fumbled to mimic the rest just as his attention turns to me. And I see here that they have delivered to me the saddest excuse for soldiers on this side of the Pacific Ocean. This side of the whole country? Harsh. He marches back and forth, his baseball cap tucked tightly over his head, obscuring his eyes and framing his simian features. Rest assured that in this class you will be molded into a fine stock of cadets. Those of you that survive, that is. This guy's serious? No, it's just some hard-ass act, right? He's just being a big bingus. He's just being a big bingus, don't worry about it. I'm gonna do a little dance, because I like saying big bingus. YouTube, the thing changed. It's like, I'm still eligible for memberships. I don't know what to do with them, YouTube. What do I do with memberships? There's no one to give me money. You're just like, oh man, people can have a little star next to their name. I don't have money to pay artists to make cute little icons. I don't even know what the cute little icons would be. God. I just want one level, and that one level is that everyone gets little papats. You get papats for free. Actually, I'd be the kind of person who would have, like, 2 perks, or 3 maybe. The one is like, hey! The second's like, there you go. And then the final one is like, you have too much money. Go away. Get some help! Fuck! See a doctor! Please! Oh. Discounted merchandise? Photos and status updates? Why does the 4 level one raise level 1's pricing structure, level 2 as well? Like, what are you doing here with these pricing structures? Seems to be an issue. Well, the issue is that I don't care. You get like 5 to give 5 memberships? I get 5 membership. I don't even know what to do with that. No one comments on my videos reliably enough that giving them a membership matters. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. I could turn it on, but like I'm constantly like, I don't think it matters. It does anything. I'd just be wasting time and look like a big bingus for trying. You know? Oh, that's the name. Pop Team Epic. Ugh. They have to know the truth. Nothing but the truth. Alright. You may refer to me as Coach Solly. Not Solly, and certainly not Coach, as you maggots are not on a first-name basis with me. You got it, Coach. The loudmouth pink dillo next to me bellows with a huge grin. Drop and give me 20 bane. I don't think this is very Damien. Personally, okay, first off, I need to turn on a new soundtrack because I'm getting sick and tired of this fucking... There we go. Now I'm feeling cosmopolitan, like a Pillsbury Doughboy. I don't think Damien would do this. Damien always says stuff, and he always gets away with it. Like, it implies his emotional intelligence, that he's capable of pushing it as far as he does in the game. But maybe I forgot something, I don't know. I always got the impression he just knows exactly what he's doing. But let's look it up. Maybe I'm just forgetful. God, every fucking time I see that title, Anon's cousin goes to... Wah, wah. Aren't we lucky? We get to play a game. This fucking moron. Oh, it's great. Did he push? He might have. No, the push-ups were like everyone in general. Damien, why did you socialize by picking your teammates? Shades is on the blue team. Oh, they moved around so many fucking sprites in that scene. They really overdid it, and then they never did it again. And Damien shoots himself at that point. Anyway. Yes, sir, Coach Solly. Immediately drops and pumps out the raps without second hesitation. What is even happening? I mean, I just want to write something and publish it, but I'm physically incapable. Every time I get close, my brain contrives a reason why I shouldn't. My brain just refuses to let me have it. It just refuses to let me actually enjoy posting something and feeling bad about the feedback I get. Even the Man of Theseus I've been working on, I just go nowhere. I can't even write 2 people just fucking smooching. I can't even do that. How sad can you be? Suddenly the monkey man is right in my face. What are you looking at, cadet? Nothing, sir. Nothing? No. Are you referring to your fellow bag-o cadet Payne as a monkey boy? That's ironic. What was that, cadet? Nothing, sir. I mean, what I was saying, I wasn't looking at anything in particular. A laugh ripples throughout the crowd, quickly stifled by the head cock from Coach Solly. Perhaps you weren't. Work on that, cadet. Yes, sir. Sir. This guy's absolutely cracked. In honor of our newest cadet private, Monkey Boy. Please don't let that catch on. We will be starting the year off with a rhyme on a slaughter that is Dodge! Bow! The pink Dilo next to me stands up after serving his punishment. Whoa, bro! You just finessed Coach Sully into dodgeball on the first day. You're like a superhero or something. So is this the timeline where Anon and Inco get his paper mixed up because accounting was only looking at the pics? And he transferred to an animal school because his last name is Lion? What? Oh, God. Please. Please. Must... It's not how any of this works. Great. I grimace. Oh, like Super Spug. He's right, Monkey Boy, you did. Oh, wait.
He's right, Monkey Boy. You did good.
A woman sardonically chimes in from the left as the groups begin to divvy up. Before I can get a good look at her, the wind's knocked out of me from a healthy thwack to the spine. Whoever it was luckily smacks me with the flat end of a fuchsia tail, although I'm piercing with the numerous spikes. The pink Dilo smacks me on the back, not helping if I'm honest. Whoa, man, you're just the luckiest guy I know. I suck in a deep breath just as I can to avoid passing out. How is this lucky? Oh yeah, he just got Coach Solly to go for dodgeball the first day of class. He does that by himself in Inco's timeline. You could say his gym partners... I told you, Senator. I warned you. You were warned. I'll get membership set up just so that I can punish you with one. I can slide one down your front pocket, and you just have to deal with that. Nerd. If a props to this... Wait. That's almost definitely an elf. And me, I give you props for it. If a props to this lethal, it's also another L. So, as I was writing Man of Theseus, right? A thing that I bought that really... Okay, hold up. Let's turn this fucking music off, because I gotta think. I got a big think going on in my brain. One thing I like is that Anon is, like, weirdly sociable in this, because Inco is a more proactive protagonist, and as a result, he drives the plot forward a bit more than other characters do. But in Man of Theseus, I realized it'd be kind of interesting if Anon was just an asshole and didn't engage with that, and instead engaged in a different way with things. Like, he just tells Yarikan, no, I'm not sitting next to her. She doesn't want me sitting next to her. Why should I? I don't want to be her friend. Why do you keep saying that? And that's kind of a twist that I was like, you know, this would be a way more interesting way to develop this character. So, another restart it is. But I like that idea. I think that having Anon be in that role would be interesting. But there's a lot of stuff I want to do with Anon right now. And there's a lot of stuff I want to do with a lot of characters. And I just don't get to any of it. Because I just keep getting caught up in my own pants. And I'm like... Bleh. I don't have gift receiving turn on. I have no power here. Ugh. Monstrous. I've been blocked. The name is Damien, by the way. He plays a more reassuring hand on my shoulder. Anon. Did we just become best friends, or what? Oh, what is right? Maybe it's his goofy grin or the countless eyes that bore into you. But I don't think I'd really get along that well with this guy. Who's the you, then? You mean me? They bore into me, because it's you. You fucking bingus. Yo, we gotta make sure we're on the same team. Now that isn't a bad idea. Fuck it. He can call it what he wants, but I get a feeling that I can use him as a sturdy shield against the incoming hail of rubber. Sure. I shrug, causing his frills to flap excitedly. Is he pogging? No time to fiddle with that as he drags us to one side of the gym, waving off any protest from the team captain. No, Damien's the team captain, the original. Even before I can ask Damien what to expect, the whistle blows and all hell breaks loose. They hit the deck as a volley of dodgeballs begin smacking into the scales of the innocent. Oh wait, what? I hit the deck as the volley of dodgeballs smacking into the scales of the innocent drowns out all of the sounds. It's horrific, and my ears begin to ring from the adrenaline again. Crawling across the battlefield, I see, but I can't hear as my teammates lie wailing. Oh god, that's a lot of blood. Is that guy clutching his... My man, you are not on the beaches of Normandy. Come on, perk up. Suddenly, I'm dragged to my feet by the nape of my gym shirt. It's Damien. Same stupid grin as he attempts to say something, effortlessly dodging and even maneuvering me to avoid the rubber hail. I smack the side of my head to get the ring in this side. What? If you can dodge Omni-Man, you can dodge a ball. That's a fair statement. I said that's not how you dodge, man. This is. He swings me to his other side, dragging my feet to narrowly avoid a ball, poised to ruin any plans of parenthood. Not that that's very likely, but I mean, good on him. Now you try, Anon. He drops me, causing me to stumble forward, a red rubber ball of death shaving a bit off the top. Suddenly, I'm in a Toho game. Is this a Toho reference? As it feels like everyone on the other team is talking to me. Isn't it Ikaruga? Come on, man. Don't have time to think, much less imagine catching one to try and return fire. Damien, meanwhile, is effortlessly sliding back and forth, even catching a ball one-handed and outing an opponent with it right after. Both sides begin to thin considerably with only the heavier hitters and a couple of grunts like me spreading fire concentration. Come on, Anon. Coach Solly chose this for more than just hazing. Didn't he? Of course he did. You can't just keep getting mogged by these meteor dodgers. Humans were literally built for throwing shit. Did I not read this part? What happens if I roll guarded him out? If you perform a perfect gun parry, does it count as a DQ? I just need to know. I steel my nerves, reaching for a nearby discarded ball, and I boldly stand and reel it back with as much strength as my neat physique can muster. You are not old enough to be neat, man. Like, I'm pretty sure to be a neat, you need to be an adult. The classification comprises people of between 16 and 24 in the United Kingdom. In Japan, it's 15 to 34. But Anon, you are literally in school. You are literally in education. You're a net, not in employment or training. You fucking loser. Is a distinct social category from that of the freeter? Is a person who's unemployed, underemployed, a precarious worker that lacks full-time employment? Ifiruta is a portmanteau for free, and the German word for labor, Arbeiter. Freiter. Arbeito. What the hell is this history? The mortuarium type, the dream pursuing type, or the no alternative type? Dun 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 dun. I'm getting distracted. I'm getting distracted again. I'm so bad at this. Where were we? I aim, time slowing to a crawl. The peak of human perception achieved no one targeting me actively, all balls aside from my own in mid-flight. My sights focus on some runt on the other team. Sorry, pal, but it's gotta be done. My arm unfurls the projectile with force unknown to me ever before, and every feeling from today's eclipsed by a sense that this is a turning point. No more loss after loss. Maybe I can't be good, but I can be okay enough to... That is so not Anon. Like, Inco's a bit of a... he's a Pillsbury Doughboy. He's a golden retriever. He's a soft boy. But Anon is a defeatist little asshole. He does not feel good enough over one game of dodgeball. Like, I admit that the high could probably be there, but it's like slapped out of him. But we see it coming, because we know the stories. Come on. Like, is he really that self-defeatist if he's willing to give himself a high? Isn't the whole point that he fucked up so bad he transferred across the country? Like, it's a weird conflict of tones, I guess. That's probably getting me. Anyway, all up so immediately dashes that fuchsia saurian from earlier, snatches the balls across the team line. I don't see a return fire, it all just goes white with a rubbery thunk, bounds off my chrome dome, and I slump to the ground. Somehow, though, I'm still not unconscious despite blow after blow this morning. I mean, you got hit like twice? From my supine out face down position, everyone starts walking away. A lone pair of sneakers squeak up beside me. On your feet, private monkey boy! Jesus, oh Christ, let that be the last time I hear that name. I groan in response, but otherwise slowly puppeteer my limbs back in action. I shakily push myself up and eventually force my eyes open. Spinning double vision usually isn't a good sign. Oh, and the fact that Coach Solly sounds like he's at the end of the tunnel. You were good, son. Real good. Good enough that I almost feel bad calling you the worst. Not that bad, oh? Shakily rise to my feet, legs buckling like a newborn deer. He harumphs before quickly pulling something out of his back pocket and slapping it onto my head. Ow. Oh, it's some sort of brimmed cap. That is your hall pass, Private. You're reported to the nurse's office for a debrief. There's no way he said that. This is some sort of power move, a test. No, sir? That wasn't a question, son. I know when a soldier's been licked beyond the means of recovery. I'll be there soon to collect your hall pass so don't you lose it. He says with more gravity than he told me to seek help with. He strides off into the men's locker room, leaving me to stumble my way blindly through the halls. I almost miss it, and maybe it's a hallucination, but I swear I see a pink-frilled sword give me a thumbs up. It goes slowly open to the locker room. Maybe it's divine luck, maybe it's my caveman senses, but I find the nurse's office. In a blur of interactions, she recognizes the cap on my head and sets to work on a diagnostic of how badly I must have messed up to get here. I don't even think she phrased it that way, but it's all within the look she gives. Sure enough, Coach Solly is there not too long after. Well done in the line of duty, soldier. Take the rest of the day off and report back at 800 hours tomorrow. Hell of a first day. Well, you survived and avoided a concussion. Still, no need to be shell-shocked. For the shell-shock to stay in the trenches. Tomorrow is another battle. Be proud, son. You tried to stand back up and damn near succeeded in shrugging it off. You should feel good. Feel good about what? If it didn't hurt, you wouldn't be trying. And if you didn't try, you might as well be dead. Remember that, Private Moose? Grabbed the lone cap from a nearby counter to leave, accidentally revealing the brim was inked with the name Marcus. His name is Coach Solly. That's legally his name. That's the joke they make in the fucking game. I stay a few more minutes in the office mulling over the advice. If I don't try, I try a million things a day. Like putting up with people, surviving. I don't think that what he means. And then what does it mean? Try? I don't know. Maybe there's just some Cro-Magnon ramblings from someone more monkier than man. Maybe there's some old, weird army wisdom there. Either way, I think this is cemented that I do not want to enter service after... What the fuck was that? After this year is over. Hold up. Please hold up. No, I think I just went fucking crazy. Thought I saw the screen tear, but I think it was just my brain. Because I'm pretty sure vertical screen tears like that don't even make sense, right? Because that's not how the screen is, or how anything is rendered. It's always horizontal. I mean, it can happen when you have a... There was a time when like YouTube videos playing behind things would cause lag. Anyway. Either way, I think it is cemented that I do not want to enter service after this year is over. If that is the died army experience, a sip of the real thing, they turn me into paste. I walk back to collect my things from the locker room, now empty as the passing period begins. Coach Solly gives me a low nod from his office, but no more words of wisdom. I returned it after a second of hesitation, which seems the right thing to do, I guess. No, I'm tired, and my brain's just fucked up. God, what an exhausting day. I don't bother changing. The office is aware of my home predicament, so they okaying with my early leaving. So I head home before 10 a.m. Hey, that's when school starts, and goodbye Volcano High. My first day was a resounding failure in every sense of the word. Barely made it through one period. Met a blue camera nerd, met a loudmouth athlete spitter. And the tail end and the ball face. I wouldn't do that, but I can't be asked to finish it. Arst? You're not British. Of some pink bitch. By the time I retrace my morning commute and into my barren apartment, everything just hurts. Thanks for giving this a read. I find Anon more compelling than Inco since the latter doesn't really have an arc or any flaws to grow from. If you think that Inco has no flaws or problems, then you don't understand his problems. It's that he's a bingus. He's a little golden retriever. He's too naive. He assumes the best and doesn't understand what he's doing might be harmful. Like it's the same with Anon. It's just whatever. Of course, that's fine, but what our resident ship goes with events if I want to hug that gator? Well, the problem is that you're crowbarring him in. The next chapter makes this a bit more clear, but the first chapter's fine. Tongue-in-cheek reference to Snoot game aside, don't expect it was all a dream or a double switch cope. For all intents and purposes, he just disassociated too hard and semi-imagined an idealized time of Volcano High. How? Gonna be fun to write how the stories diverged, chiefly so far that Adnan's just built different, take abuse and coach all different more blah 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 blah. Again, I'm not I'm not too hot on this so far. Yeah, that someone else is even pointing out like, yeah, that scene is not properly written. I get it, right? Ha ha. Ooh. The new version is what? So yeah, how do I feel about this so far? I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. I'm annoyed that I don't get to finish my writings. It just makes me an angry boy, a big old angry boy. I just want to write something and put it up already. It's this goal that hangs in my head. It's like if I do this, maybe I can stop being a big bingus. Anyway, the next chapter is day 2. You know, it's just about to expect. They basically wholesale fucking copied the script and went with it. Tweaks aside, I guess. I don't know if Anna will make a good boyfriend for Olivia. I think they just feed each other worst parts. Yeah, that's kind of it. That's an interesting part to go with. Maybe our partnering Anon with someone else, someone who would force him to interact more with people. I do think Anna was written for Fang. That doesn't make any sense. Anon was just 4chan. That's the whole point. Jesus. And go for Olivia. That one does make more sense. Although, again, my demo theory kind of rattles a lot of stuff. So, yeah. Next up is, of course, the fucking Ferris interview. I do it right now, but I'm tired. I'm tired. Is like word A is I'm tired. I'm annoyed at myself. Don't worry about it. It's not this. Like, goddamn. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's gonna go and it's gonna roll over. I think one who gave me the mod is supposed to be the first. I think Wani gave me the mod is supposed to be the first draft of Wani. What? Say what? Anon makes a mod. Anon, you can't make a mod. Oh, there's Little Gator. I forgot that mods exist. I went through all the ones that are real. the hell is going on here? Anon x Olivia fanfic said after the events of the winter formal. Inco's bathroom from the one who gave him one. It's not. It's not on there. Yeah, I know. I know. I thought the demo was the first draft, though. Is the thing. I don't know where the one who gave me mod is. Ugh, let me just type it into Google and see what comes up. Oh, it's on NeoCities? Really? An Olivia mod reimagining. What does Olivia look like that? Why does Olivia look like that? Why does Olivia look like that? Did they not figure out how to make this work? Elizabeth last name. It's Farlane! They don't even have the last names! Trish mod and on. Wani Misery. Who are you people? There's an OST. Oh look, it's the dad, and his art style looks like shit compared to everyone else. It turns out that having a consistent artist is a hell of a trick. God, that looks so bad though. I have a cute. What is this writing? What is going on here? What is this? Aussie. They call him fucking Aussie. No rats on this ship. Fuck around, fine. That's not an Inco thought. Although I guess this is a different Inco, right? Man, those creative differences are why. Like, if I could have something stupid that breaks reality, I would like a device, right? I would love a device that lets you peer into alternate universes and see the different versions of products that we almost had. You know? Edit a mirror out. What an odd idea. All this stuff a whole litter. Is that really true? About I'm very confused by this mod. Gotta be honest. Like, you call this based on the first draft. It doesn't feel like it's based on the first draft. What is the first draft, even? Can I find this first draft? I'd love to see it. I'm curious. And she seems to have no issues hanging with you either. She will expect you to be in her best behavior anyway. Oh, God, they're so much more flattened in a weird way. Man, I guess that is the vibe that this is really radiating, huh? One new game. Well, we'll leave it at that. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go be mad at myself because I can't get any fucking shit done like a goddamn loser. God, I'm pissed. What is this? My slow realization: this is a clip and not a promo. What is he talking about? Is this in the movie? Oh. What is going on? Someone told me that they were watching the Minecraft movie and like the kids around him like groaned and heckled every time they tried to obviously make a meme out of something. And I feel good about that. That invigorates my soul because I'm like, man, I'm glad that the next generation of kids are giving these people the fucking shit they deserve. We are definitely doing another stream tomorrow because chapter 2 is where I'm going to start getting mad and you're not here. You're not here. Listen, you can pretend, right? You can pretend that you're here for me reading stuff and providing wise ancient insights from a man who cares a little more about writing than your average person does. You can pretend that all you like, but you're here because I get mad like a fucking loser. Oh, goddamn. You know it's true. I know it's true. We all know it's true. We all sit around the table. We never bring it up, but we know it's true. God damn it. Oh man, I'm just so out of it. The Minecraft movies from the three guys I trust with movie reviews. It's your average kids movie, which is bad because MC is a multi generational thing. Yeah, like it's not that hard to make something more out of Minecraft, right? To just make something that's a little more zesty. But the problem is that they don't care. There's no actual passion or anything. So they just fucking make the obvious movie and they go, well, that's a movie, I guess. That looks like a movie, it smells like a movie, it tastes like a movie. We're done. And it's like you could find someone who can make you a better movie way easier. It's like it doesn't matter. It's there to check a box. That's it. It's just there to check a box. It just makes me a little sad. We don't live in the world of good because good artists chafe. Like I said, we'll leave it at that for now. I'm gonna go and sleep. I got shit tomorrow. I'll stream when I want. It might not even be at night. It might not even be at the usual time. I just stream whenever I want to. And you'll just miss it. That's just how it's gonna go. I'm gonna stream chapter 2, then I upload all of it. You know, the usual Senna Fair and all that stuff. I'm gonna be mad as ever that I'm not actually creating anything. Like part of the problem, the reason I'm so upset about that is I'm throwing shade at all these people and I'm giving them all this slack and it's like, that's fine if you're just a critic, If you're just a critic, if that's all you do is yell at people online, fine. But I make stuff, right? The least I can do is put my money where my mouth is. I can't even do that. Well, like I said, that'll be that. I'm gonna go and ow. See you guys